Okay, having said that, there are various questions that participants have asked as part of the preliminary survey. I have categorized them as basic Mendeley related questions, or those which are related to Mendeley Reference Manager, troubleshooting or the issues faced, and some which are not Mendeley related. I will briefly go through each of them, and then at the end, if there are still some questions which are not answered, please do feel free to discuss them. The first is about the link for downloading as well as installing the Mendeley. I have already shared this in the chat box as well as the mail was sent across to all the registered participants as part of the session today. Second is, please tell us about Mendeley from basic so that it will be helpful for future referencing. Definitely, this is the workshop wherein I do not expect everyone to be an expert. It is from the beginner's point of view, in which I will walk you through about what referencing is all about, what are the tips to be used when you want to create a library item in Mendeley, what you should be doing, and some of the things that you should be avoiding for as well. So don't worry about this. It's from the very basic. As a beginner, you should be able to make use of this workshop. And definitely based upon the questions that exist for, if somebody has got some advanced questions, I will answer those as well. How to use Mendeley for reference writing. This is what the whole workshop is about. The question next, fourth one, is about, can we add thesis and books in Mendeley database? Yes, both could be done apart from the various other options that exist for. I will show you some of this while I demonstrate about, but if you do require anything specific that you want, then please do raise in the questions. Okay. Then the next was about referencing. So I will paste this link as well about how should you be using the referencing. In-text as well as in-text citation is something that I'll be covering as part of the session. I do have a lot of write-ups related to this, so that the correct method could be used in as part of the referencing. I will share these links as well with you all. The next question was difference between a book section and a book reference. In the fourth question, as I said, I will include about how do we make use of a library item or an entry in the database. Now, I don't know whose question this was about book reference. Book reference, do you mean by an entry about the book? If the participant is there in the call? I hope I'm audible.
Yes, sir, you are audible. I think you must be asking about how to cite a book, or maybe the entire book, or the section of the book chapter, maybe.
Okay, perfect. Okay, now if that is the thing, then how to cite a book is something that I will cover as part of point number 4. Now, within a book itself, there are different approaches to be used when a book is being published for. For example, a book is a collation of multiple articles. A book is something which is not written by just 1 or 2 authors, but every chapter is written by different authors. So a book can also be divided by something into multiple sections. So that's what I think the question was. So I will show you about how to add a book section as well as how to add an entry for the book. There are key differentiating factor amongst the two. The next was about citing the report. Should you be using the author's name? Now, I would presume that most of the question that has been asked is related with APA referencing style, unless somebody has specifically mentioned for it. Okay. Now, when there are reports that comes out with, the reports comes in various forms again. There are no standardization with respect to the reports. If you have the author name as part of the report, you should include them. Whatever details that you get as part of the report, because reports are predominantly secondary data. So you should have certain norms when you want to make use of it. So there are some things that I will cover, but if you still have questions, I'm more than happy to make use of it. Next question was related, question number 9. What should be the font of the text, uppercase or lowercase, or a proper case in APA 7? I will go through about the citation style and what should be used, what is expected as part of the APA, what is expected as part of the other referencing styles. So if you are working with Mendeley, you as an individual do not have to worry about the font, the text, whether it should be italics or what should be bold, what should not be, whether it should be within double quotes or not. All these are something which are defined as part of the citation style. And I will briefly go through some of these as part of the workshop. Okay, and whenever we do the in-text and end-text citation, it will become quite evident. And when we choose from one referencing style to the other as well. Number 10 is I have a citation inserted in my research using Microsoft Word, and how to import all the citations from Mendeley automatically. I have not indicated the name of the person, but if somebody is here from the participants who has raised this question. It's become all quiet.
So maybe they have forgot to, who has posted the question, so they are not replying.
Okay, otherwise then I will not go through. See, typically the key point is Microsoft Word is a separate application. What you do within the Word is not something which is connected with Mendeley. And if I go through with the installation of the plugin for Microsoft Word, this is something which is known as a different APIs or the application programming interfaces, wherein Mendeley understands what kind of call should it evoke from Mendeley and have that kind of connectivity or interoperability between the two. I will briefly explain about some of this when I actually show you with the citations, once we do both the in-text and the end-text citation. But typically what you do within Word cannot be done in, when I say within Word of what you have included as part of your either a manual citation or using any other application for that matter, it cannot be possible like this. So you must have a library item or an entry in Mendeley in order to have it cited in Microsoft Word. Okay. The other question was, does Mendeley check the article details automatically and update it? Okay, there is nothing as automation or if I may say automatic into this. There are different approaches that you could use whenever you want to include some of the articles as part of the library item, and I will demonstrate some of this so you will come to know. And I will also show you in case how do you validate and verify some of these that you have saved in. Multiple approaches exist for in order to ensure that the data is correct and authentic that you have saved as part of the library. How to maintain the libraries is something that I will cover for. Somebody said that you have installed the latest version of Mendeley Desktop version 2.6.2. Will there be a problem? Now let me tell you this, that Mendeley Desktop version is 1.198 and there are no further updates onto it. Whereas what you would have installed 2.6.2 would be a Mendeley Reference Manager. Now, there are key subtle differentiating factors between the two. I won't be going through too much in detail about this as part of the workshop, but I'm more than happy to demonstrate both of them. But yes, you can always use either of them. It's not a problem. Somebody asked, does it work without internet? Now, what you need to understand with a desktop versus Mendeley Reference Manager and why and how they're doing. Now, since I'm just starting now, I will not go through detail in here. Maybe at the end, if you are still there in the call, the person who has raised this question, I'm more than happy to elaborate this further. Some of the troubleshooting or issues faced with installation. Mendeley plugin does not work with Word for Mac using the JGU email account. To tell you frankly, it is not something that means the user account that you create with Mendeley or the Elsevier. It has nothing to do with a specific account. You can use your institutional account or your personal account, for example, a Gmail account or a Yahoo account. It is applicable in either of the scenarios. So it is not tied to institutional or a personal account. Any email account is valid with respect to this. So you should be able to work easily with it. Should not be a problem. Somebody said unable to install the Word plugin despite of following the guide, unable to locate the file. Okay, now in this specific scenario, I've also included some of the FAQs, as well as if you're facing an issue, what you should do. Okay, if you go through the link that I've shared about downloading and installing the Mendeley, you should be able to find there in case you are not able to locate this file, or you're not able to use in Microsoft Word, then how should you be going ahead with it? All information is given as part of my website. If you're still not able to do it, let me know. I'm more than happy to walk you through it. The next question was that is it possible to build a bibliography map using Mendeley? Okay, now first and foremost thing what you need to understand is Mendeley is a reference management software. There is nothing that you want to create a map. It is not a tool which is for example, if you want to do a bibliometrics, or if you want to something work in that particular area, it is not meant for that. It is predominantly used for having for citations, in which you should be able to quickly switch between one style to the other style, or make use of it for both in-text and end-text citations. Review of literature, I really don't know what you mean by review of literature through Mendeley. But if you are there, please do elaborate on your question, and I'm more than happy to explain this. But this is Mendeley, something which can be used when you are using for systematic literature review, or for meta-analysis for that matter. For example, I do have one of the research papers related with meta-analysis, and I have used Mendeley for this. And similarly, if you're working on any of these specifics related to SLR or for meta-analysis, you should be able to easily use Mendeley for that objective as well. How is Mendeley better than Zotero? Now, different softwares have got different pros and cons, or advantage and disadvantage. I would rather leave it to you to explore and go by what you say. Don't go by hearsay, or don't go by just what I say, saying that Mendeley is the best, or you should work on for yourself in order to understand about it. My intention is not to do a kind of comparative analysis for all this. I will not be covering any of these as part of the session today. But I do use, not only limiting to this, but I have got multiple tools that I use, and each should be used for a specific purpose or for a specific objective. I would leave it with you about what you want to use it for. The 20th question, or the last question, was about include the process of integration with qualitative analysis software. Now, if you're still there on the call, I would like you to unmute yourself and indicate about what is that you want to do as part of the integration. If it is primarily for using it from the point of view of, say, having some references to be porting from one application to the other, then yes, it is easily possible for example, if